Punch it, Chewie. All right, guys, here we go. We are off and running today to talk Star Wars. And we got to talk about the Mandalorian and Grogu coming out in just a few short months. Our first foray into Star Wars in the movie theater since 2019. We've gone through an entire pandemic. We've come out of it. And we're getting our first glimpse of Star Wars in the theater. I cannot wait for this movie. I think it looks fantastic and looks like a lot of fun. But one thing that they've been hiding away from us is who the actual big bad villain of this movie is. I have an idea. Let's talk about it. Hello everyone, welcome to Digital Charcuterie. My name is James. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel and a fan of Star Wars and looking forward to The Mandalorian and Grogu, hit that subscribe button because I talk about it and discuss it with you all the time right here on the channel. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below of who you think the big bad of The Mandalorian and Grogu will be. Is it just going to be Embo? And not just Embo. Embo's a great big bad, but is Embo the big bad? If you think back to the book of Boba Fett, Cad Bane was introduced in that series, and I actually like Cad Bane in that series. I like Cad Bane from the Clone Wars, of course, but Cad Bane wasn't the big bad. There was a higher level of bad than Cad Bane. Cad Bane just represented that villainous side of the galaxy in that series, and his relationship, of course, with Boba Fett himself. So is that going to be the case in The Mandalorian Grogu, or is Embo just going to be the big bad? Again, a bounty hunter big bad. There's somebody has to hire this bounty hunter, and who hires the bounty hunter? Those are the questions. There's a lot going on in the Mandoverse and in the Star Wars timeline. Let's break it all down. If you're just catching up, let me clue you in. After the fall of the Empire and Return of the Jedi, the New Republic rises to restore democracy. Years later in The Mandalorian, we see what that rebuilding actually looks like on the ground. It's messy. The Outer Rim is unstable, Imperial remnants are scattered but organized, the New Republic is idealistic but stretched thin. By the end of Season 3 of The Mandalorian, Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, is no longer a lone bounty hunter drifting job to job. He's cooperating with the New Republic. He's essentially working sanctioned operations in volatile regions. That's important. He has stepped into the system. Now enter The Mandalorian Grogu motion picture coming out in May. As I said, we know several key facts about this movie. The Hutts, they're involved. Rhoda, Jabba's son, first introduced in the Clone Wars, is central in some kind of retrieval storyline. Embo, the bounty hunter from also the Clone Wars, appears. So criminal power struggles in Hutt space are front and center. And we know that the great Sigourney Weaver is playing Colonel Ward, a New Republic officer who assigns Din missions in the Outer Rim. Those are the pieces on our board. Now here's the connective tissue. Season 3 of The Mandalorian has already revealed to us something massive. The Imperial remnant has infiltrated the New Republic. Not just random sympathizers, embedded agents. We saw that with Elia Kane, played by Katie O'Brien. She went through the Republic's amnesty program, appeared rehabilitated, and was still serving Imperial interests. The show made it clear this was not a one-off accident. The Remnant operates strategically. It plants people. It plays long games. And that idea is not new to Star Wars. Sheevy rose to power from within the Republic itself. He didn't conquer it from the outside. He manipulated it from the inside. The galaxy has a history of authority figures wearing the right uniform while serving the wrong cause. It's not unprecedented. It's actually one of the franchise's defining patterns. So when we meet Colonel Ward, a high-ranking Republic officer operating unstable Outer Rim territory, it's reasonable to ask a question the show itself has trained us to ask. Where did she come from, and who did she serve before? Now let's bring in that Hutt storyline again. Rhoda's retrieval isn't small-time crime drama. Whoever controls Rhoda influences Hutt succession. Whoever influences Hutt succession affects criminal trade routes, territory, and Outer Rim stability. If the New Republic intervenes in that situation and Din is working under Republic authority, then this isn't just bounty hunting, it's political maneuvering. And here's where this theory solidifies. If Ward is loyal to the Republic, she's trying to stabilize Hutt space for legitimate reasons. But if Ward is secretly aligned with the Imperial remnant, whether as a former Imperial who never truly defected or as a long-standing covert asset, then her involvement in Hutt politics could serve an entirely different goal. The remnant would benefit from a destabilized outer rim. It would benefit from Republic overreach. It would benefit from strategic failures that make the Republic look weak or corrupt. Influencing Hutt's succession from inside the Republic would be an elegant way to pull that off. Din Djarin, believing he's serving lawful authority and could unwillingly be executing part of that plan. And this is why it makes sense dramatically, because this is the first film, the first theatrical film for Star Wars in 7 years, and the first one for the Mandalorian era, the Mandoverse, if you will. For it to matter, it needs more than a gangster shootout. It needs a conflict that shifts the trajectory of the story world. A hot power struggle provides action. A Republic betrayal reshapes trust. If Ward is revealed as an Imperial agent, it doesn't contradict canon. It builds directly on what Season 3 established. It honors Star Wars history, where institutional corruption and hidden allegiance are recurring themes. And it forces Din to confront something bigger than a bounty. The realization that the system he chose to work with may be compromised at a high level. That would not only elevate the stakes of the film, it would deepen the entire Mando era narrative moving forward. These are just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But based on established infiltration, known remnant coordination, Ward's position of authority, and the political validity of Rhoda's storyline, the possibility is grounded, consistent, and entirely within the tradition of Star Wars storytelling. Sometimes the most dangerous villain in this galaxy isn't the crime lord on the throne, it's the officer giving the orders. And ultimately, I think it's really important to remember that even though The Mandalorian Season 3 and Book of Boba Fett were not well received, they are still part of the overarching story. This is still part of that Mandoverse story, still part of the Star Wars story. So the elements that we got from those two series are going to play heavily in this movie. And when I say heavily, I mean they're going to use them to their advantage. We're already seeing the Hutt twins from Book of Boba Fett make their way into this. So I don't think anything in the Mandoverse, anything Jon Favreau has done, has been by accident. It's all been by design. And the things that maybe didn't click, they'll probably forget. But there are elements that they threw in there that are crucial to the story going forward, to the Mandoverse, and to the story of Din Djarin and Grogu. And I think part of what happened with the Imperial remnants and the way the New Republic handled them is going to play a part in the movie. We know that this movie is going to feature several Imperial warlords in it, including Johnny Coin and Hemke Madera, and there might be more. We're going to see them. But is that the big bad? For me, look, ever since I've seen this trailer and the teaser earlier, I've been thinking, I said it on this channel, I also said it on Rebel Scum podcast, there's something, Sigourney Weaver's character, Colonel Ward, there's something up with this character. Now look, if she ends up just being Colonel Ward and that's it, like just this is who she is, I'm fine with that because I haven't seen the movie, so I wouldn't know. But right now, my Star Wars instinct, my Force sensitivity is telling me don't trust Sigourney Weaver in Star Wars. Don't trust her in an X-Wing pilot suit. Don't trust her in the skies and the galaxies. Those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Hit that like button, subscribe. Until next time, may you be the master of your own universe.